Hello there. This is me, Paul, one of the Make a Move and the Bunny Gets It guys. Hi, and Steve's here too. Hello, Steve. How are you?
Hello, hello. Wow, look, we have faces.
Yeah, our faces are here. Y'all can see it. That's my face. That's Steve's face. I did forget for a second that we were on camera, so yeah, that's fine. We're here to do something new for us and new for ye too. We are doing our first kind of watch along. What are we calling these? Are these watch alongs, Steve?
Good idea. Watch along.
Commentaries,
Watch along.
jape
Fine.
abouts. Yeah, so we're branching out like a big old tree. We're branching out. We thought, let's not start with The Godfather, like an audio commentary. Let's not start with discussing, Paul Cézanne or Monet. What have you decided that we're going to watch first, Steve?
I thought we'd watch the 1991 classic, BBC's classic Big Break, starring Jim Davidson and John Virgo.
Big Break.
BBC's answer to Bullseye. Let's face it.
Right. Yes, of course.
Basically, what it is.
Yeah. So, Big Break is a snooker game show that was on prime time Saturday nights, wasn't it? Was it always Saturday nights or
prime time Sat night?
Yeah, prime time SN. About 6 o'clock, so you're choking down the last of your vol au vents with your mad uncle, and tuning in to Big Break. And this is the second ever episode that we're looking at, right? Why the second, Steve?
Because the first one was just a bit too janky. It was, they look nervous, and it's there's more in the second. There's more in the second. There's more. Yeah. There's just more. There's more. Everything. Yeah. You'll see why I picked the second as well. Plus the second's got Dennis Taylor in it as well, which is always
lovely stuff. Legendary snooker player Dennis Taylor, one of the greats. Very good, right? So they were nervous, you got spooked. Episode 1, go get fooked. And we're going to start with episode 2. Are we ready to be? I mean, usually we kind of sit here and fart for a bit and talk about like what our kids are doing at school and stuff, don't we? But now, are we just going to thunder right into?
We're going to get right into it. We're going to get right into it. Okay.
I'm not afraid, just like the great Eminem in one of his later day shit songs. I'm not afraid.
All right, are you ready, Paul? Are you ready? Yeah. Are you ready? All right.
I tell you what, no, I'm not ready, but do it anyway because I'm brave.
Are you a quiz master? Stay with us for Quizzical, then go to challenge.co.uk and see how you do. Now, get that triangle out, John. It's Big Break.
Already pausing. This is a repeat, right? So this is on Challenge TV, which is, I think, the last vestiges of the British Empire can be found. And maybe yes. the Chris Barry comedy British Empire can be found on Challenge TV. So yeah, this is one of Britain's great televisual channels.
Yeah. Now just heavily, it's heavily propped up by The Chase for anyone wondering. Very good.
Yeah. Again, as the British Empire is. Yes.
It's only a game, so put up a real good fight.
Jesus.
I'm gonna be snookering you tonight. I'm famed for my aim, so you better believe I'm right.
This is modern masses.
I'm gonna be snookering you tonight.
Now, if you look up the full lyrics to that song, it's a little bit sinister. There's talking about aiming for pink and don't let a red go to your head. And question, but yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Davidson.
Here he is. Here he is.
Handsome. In 1991 Britain, this man is handsome.
I'm just gonna drop the. I want to just lower the not the tone.
The rapturous applause is just too much. It's like being in the Roman Colosseum.
All right, there we go. All right.
The Big Break, where the punters and the pros pit their wits for a pocket of surprise prizes, where they all get together and play snooker. But at least snooker was responsible for my first big romance in my life, yeah. Her name was Shirley Swinger.
Innuendo. Swinger.
She walked up to me out of the blue one day and she pinched me on the cheek. funny because I was bending over a snooker table at the time. The Chelsea's
Molested.
attracted to me because I was wearing my new aftershave lotion, lads. It's called Essence of Leather. You've got to get some of that. Women can't resist it. It smells like a wallet. Okay, I can't play...
That's a bit naughty.
Yes, because the
But
money
I know a man
grabbing.
who can. He's a very nice man. He's a very, very nice man. What is he? Wake up. Here he is, John Byrne.
I don't think that Jim Davidson can have a go at the audience there. He's tried to crowbar in that catchphrase without any sort of heads up and sort of a bit of Brucey pissed him. Here he is.
Jesus. John Virgo looking older in 1991 than he does in 2022. Why is that in the past?
You know, he looks like that painting of Jesus that Spanish woman did in the church, where she tried to salvage it.
How's the beard coming on then?
It's growing on me.
Well, enough of this alternative comedy. Give us your bag of figures. Let's meet tonight's contestant. See you in a minute, boy. Hold on, Stu.
How you doing, mate? All right?
Right.
Moustache,
Now,
waistcoat.
let me just...
Come on.
Now, one of my favourite things of game shows in the 90s, and the reason that Channel Challenge is so great, is for the contestants. People that aren't media savvy or internet savvy, not like two pricks like us on YouTube at the moment that are, sort of very knowing. They this was their bit. They were going for gold. This was their big break, literally their big break. And they were on primetime TV on a Saturday. Now, Jim also feels that there's a bit of hubris with Jim in these interview scenes because he seems to think that he can do regional accents really well, and they're normally very patronising. So here we go.
Oh, not
Well-
bad, not bad. Hey, great.
Oh, sorry. Pause again.
Sorry.
I just wanted to kind of say that this is following on in quite an established tradition in British culture, popular culture, of people with regional voices being a bit cheeky. That kind of goes back like a couple hundred years, like music hall and stuff. Or what the kind of British equivalent of what you'd call vaudeville in North America. So yeah, and you see it still now. You say the Chase, old Bradley Walsh, very similar energy, not quite as demonic as Jim Davidson. Bradley Walsh seems to enjoy his life, but yes, nevertheless, I just cut Jim off from his first regional accent. So do play on.
Here we go.
Hey, where you from, Steve?
St Helens in Merseyside.
Oh, St Helens in Merseyside. Well, I get there, mate. Welcome to Blankety Blank.
Wrong show.
Wrong show, yes, mate. How are you? All right.
I'm fine, thanks.
What do you do for a living?
Jesus.
I'm a manager of a furniture shop in St Helens.
I used to know a bloke who was a manager of a furniture shop. I remember saying to him, sorry about the fire at your furniture shop. He went, shh, tomorrow.
It's not bad, actually.
Yeah,
Someone
that's pretty
tells me
good.
you tell jokes. You do impressions. Who can you do? Who can you do?
Rigsby.
Go on then. Stand up. Let's have a stand up. Stand
Oh,
up then.
poor
Want to see
guy.
Rigsby? What's this? Go on then.
You'll be sorry.
Go on.
My God, Miss Jones. That's it tonight, Miss Jones, if the men say so.
Who's this? Right.
That's one of those impressions that it's better, like the Spinal Tap thing, best leave this one unsolved. We're not going to tell you who Rigby is. I'm not going to ameliorate the suffering that impression has put onto the world by contextualizing it with information. I think that should just be free hanging in space.
I do, and I don't know if you ever looked at the application to go on a game show as a contestant, but there's a section where they ask you like talents and anecdotes. So he wrote that down at some point, and probably his wife. He was like, I don't know what to put down, and his wife was like, "You do that Rigsby that everybody loves, don't you?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Do that."
This is the thing where people they say a few words at a christening and everyone laughs and they think, oh, but that's
Politely.
a home game. You see, that's a home game. Auntie Lilith likes you, so she's predisposed to laugh at your shit impressions. When you get into the viper's nest of Davidson, Virgo, Taylor, no, it truly is no holds barred. And although that shirt he's wearing, it's not a waistcoat, it's a shirt. That shirt he's wearing is back in fashion now, I would say.
It is. But, yeah, massively.
Not a clue.
That's the geezer who mends my motor. I can drive one, you know what I mean, Steve?
Yeah. When?
Right now then. In this bag, sunshine. That's a good one, Ern. There's 3 balls in here. Voila. Each one of these balls represents a snooker professional. Dig in, Steve.
This one, that one, go on.
Who has got the yellow ball, Mr. Virgo?
Well, one of the great professionals, a great
Here he
character,
is.
1985 world champion, Dennis Taylor.
Oh!
Good Lord. Looking like everyone's Irish granny.
Nice to see you back again. You met funny old Steve?
About the impersonation. Can you
Very
do an
good,
impersonation
very
of a
good.
snooker player, you might have to use that.
You always do the jokes, don't you? You and Virgo, right. You're always... I think snooker comes second to you too, doesn't it? Eh?
I'm a bit nervous tonight. In fact, I had a little Scotch and Windolene there out the back. I feel a bit tipsy, but my eyes are as clear as a bell.
So Dennis Taylor's basically made a joke that he's drank bleach backstage there. What kind of world were we living in? Because in 1991, we were all excited about the end of the Cold War. You know, we were just young children, and we grew up watching Big Breaky, didn't we? Our Big Break. And so, you know, we swam in these cultural waters. And for young people now, it might seem strange for a leading sports professional to joke about drinking bleach on primetime television. But you see, everyone was loving it, you know. So I don't know what my point is, but I just wanted to say that.
No, that's fine. I mean, I think as well, weirdly, I think more kids tuned into this than adults because I think Bullseye. This was BBC's response to Bullseye, as I was saying earlier, and Bullseye was kind of like the big one, but people still, like adults at the time, still talk about Bullseye quite fondly, but none of them really talk about Big Break, except for people our age, I feel, because I think we weren't really like. Bullseye seemed a lot scarier. It was in a big dark room with like blokes that like they had Bovril farts like and everything. Whereas Big Break was sort of well lit studio with a bloke in a tuxedo, you know, with nice, you know, colourful balls and John Virgo and everything.
Yeah, and snooker's rather more sedate than darts, isn't it? You know, it's a bit, it's a bit more of a simpler game.
Yeah,
I have to say,
exactly.
Every single freeze frame of Davidson here is just speaking of a deep truth. You know, it's not literally true because it's just a freeze frame, but it speaks of something deeper.
It does. Let's not forget that. Was it David Thewlis? Give that face a good slapping when he was extra in Jim Davidson's first ever sitcom. So that's the face that he went to town on, and all the crew paid him they all chipped in, so they give Davidson a kicking during a mugging scene, and that was Thewlis.
Wonderful.
Ladies and gentlemen, Steve and Dennis, give him a big clap.
Here's the.
What a gentleman.
You've won. Karen, where are you from?
I'm from Swansea, South Wales.
Oh, it's lovely, is it?
Not bad.
Oh, it's lovely. So I suppose you want to play with Terry Griffiths, is it?
I wouldn't mind.
What do you do, Karen? Tell us all about yourself.
Well, I'm a housewife and a mother now.
What do you sort of have? What sort of child do you sort of boy, girl?
A little boy.
Of
A
what?
4-year-old little boy called Jordan.
Jordan. Oh. You come from South Wales,
Yes.
and you want to play with Terry Griffiths.
As I said, I'll play with anyone.
Okay, we'll dip in then, see who can play. Great grip.
The blue ball.
Great grip.
Women's snooker is getting really popular, and this is one of the top ladies, in fact, ranked #1 in the world, Stacey Hilliard.
What? Why has she got a women's snooker player? What's going on? How's it ended up? You know, if I was a producer on the show, I would say you can't. You know, like in 2022, you would mix the genders up, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because why not?
Yeah.
You know?
It never really looked back, did it, women's snooker after this?
Well, exactly. We all remember the great players, you know, Jodie Slamtar and Laura Kiebensbaum. We all remember the great finals, the great Helsinki final. Yeah, okay, so this is a nightmare. The treatment of Karen, that was an absolute nightmare, that.
Yeah. There's more.
No tongues. How did you start, Stacey? I mean, I know it's a terrible sort of thing. They say, "Oh, you're a girl, you play snooker." How'd you get started then?
I used to watch it on the TV when I was about 12.
World's #1, ladies and gentlemen. What about that, eh? That's your round of applause here on Big Break. Well, this is carrying our blue team. Nice clap for the blue team.
I don't understand why women can't play. Why there's not just mixed snooker. I don't understand that. Like it's not like men's tennis, is it? Do you know what I mean? Or football. I don't know.
Hi, Mark. Hey, Jim. How you doing, mate?
Pretty good, how are you?
So, come on, Mark. Tell us all about yourself, pal.
Well, my name's Mark. I come from Bath, and I...
Come from where?
Bath.
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 Yeah.
B-A-L-R-F. Bath.
Yeah.
What do you do for a living, mate?
I work for a large insurance company.
Mark, you have one ball.
Yeah.
Come on, John boy, what have we got for the red?
This is one of the best snooker players in the world, one of the most natural talents. He's nicknamed in Leicester the Great WT. Here he is, Willie Thorne.
Willie
Oh yeah, look at Willie Thorne. Look at the bonds on Willie Thorne, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to prepare any younger viewers that we have that have never seen Willie Thorne before. Here we go. It's like something out of Reeves and Mortimer.
It's not a wig, it's not a slaphead wig, and I don't mean to be rude to the estate of the Thorns.
How you doing, Willie?
I'm fine.
That's like Carl Pilkington in Derek. That's that kind of like.
Yes, it is.
Good. Playing well?
Yeah, it's good.
Good.
I'm going to get my hair cut, though. My hair's getting in my eyes now and again.
Which one are you getting cut,
This
mate?
one in the middle.
Our red team, ladies and gentlemen, there. Willie Thorne and Mark in the night big clap. Right, let's play our first game. It's called Red Hot.
Nice visuals.
Lovely motion
Right,
graphics.
okay,
Yeah.
then I'm going to ask each contestant 3 questions, and each correct answer is worth 10 seconds. Now, that might not mean a lot to you, but it means a lot to your players, because they've got to go up there and suffer and have me taking the mickey out of them. OK, Steve? Miss Jones. Who is the patron saint of Scotland and Russia?
St Andrew.
Correct. Russia, I didn't know that. Which 2 words that sound the same answer these clues? Take by theft.
Jim Davidson is constantly having his own dialogue as well throughout the thing
Iron
to
containing
himself.
some carbon.
Steve.
Do men's shirts usually button up left over right or right over left or neither?
Left over right.
40 seconds, Steve. Very well done indeed.
It's impressive that he managed to find a button on that shirt then when he looked down to answer that question.
Well done.
Because it's Dennis Taylor.
Okay,
There we
John,
go.
explain the very complicated rules to old Dennis there.
Dennis has got to pot as many balls as he can.
Any pocket.
You got all that?
Yeah,
Good. Right.
OK, Dennis, you've got 40 seconds. Make your break.
The time starts.
Well, you break the balls, and then I'll tell you when the time starts. Don't do...
John Virgo there with the sort of just needless aggression that comes with being from Salford, isn't it, really?
I wanted to say about Virgo, there's his face. If people are expecting his face to like move and stuff, it doesn't. Frankly,
No.
The Virgo face, it's like an Easter Island statue. If you're finding it hard to integrate, just think Easter Island.
What Steve Davis did and play safe.
Oh.
Oh.
Nice break.
Another one.
Right, Dennis, the clock will start the next time you strike the cue ball.
Wonder away.
Good shot, Dennis.
Oh, I like the little visual of the ball there at the bottom. That
It's
makes it all
lovely, isn't it?
worthwhile, doesn't it?
I love the little shiny bits on it. I used to love that. as a
Yeah,
kid.
the shine, yeah. Oh, and the love it.
I used to love that click. That
Yeah,
click
the
was very
click.
satisfying.
And again, that's very ASMR, isn't it?
2.
It's like
You say
Newton's
that for
cradle watching
hours.
those clacking silver balls like a horny bicentennial.
3. Oh, dear. Oh, good shot.
That's
4.
a shot you can never get.
5.
3 seconds, Dennis. Hit it.
Delicious.
Oh,
And silent at the end for no reason. So, we begin touching on Davidson a little. It seems to me there's 2 Davidsons at work here, or maybe 3. No, there's 3 that I can see so far. There's the guy who's trying to do the prepared patter and failing, like at the beginning of the show when he was just like mumbling to himself or whatever.
Yeah,
and
weirdly getting aggressive with the audience for not laughing, like Bill Maher.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then there's the Davidson who you say is having this dialogue in his head, whatever. He's having some kind of existential struggle. But then the third Davidson seems to me to be in the Davidson who's in the moment, like the club comic, and he's actually really funny and really quick. And like when he's not thinking, I can see that he's actually quite, like
he's the Davidson that I loved as a kid. It's that third Davidson that I tuned into when I was a kid, the scampish Davidson that was the entertainer and everything.
And with the sense of a bit of chaos and a bit of like, he's making it up as he goes along, in a good way. Type stuff.
Yeah, and as sort of maligned as a figure as he's become now and everything, because he's sort of like he's decided to go really run with the sort of right wing politics.
He's
thing,
leaned
whatever.
into it. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
He's found his niche there. But he was like primetime BBC. This guy was primetime BBC in this country for what 15 years. He was presenting because he did the Generation Game as well after Brucey on the back of this. So yeah.
Oh dear. Steve, you got 6 points. You pleased?
4.
Great. Okay, let's go on to the Dorises.
Hi, Dorises.
All right, Karen. I can't believe this first question for you, Karen. Who is the patron saint of Wales?
St David.
Wrong. Oh, it is, yeah. Okay, listen to this. Which 2 words that sound the same answer these clues? Flat fish and American black music.
Soul.
Right. Get down. Very trick question. Did Elizabeth...
Pause. I saw the exact moment there when Davidson wanted to go further, when he started doing that kind of Bobby Womack type. Like, I saw the moment where he went, I've got to shut this down. Or maybe there's a little word in his ear. Maybe one
I
of
think
the
there's a word in his ear. Do not go lukewarm. Do not go lukewarm.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
53, 1603, or 1952?
1553?
No. It's 1952, when Elizabeth II comes to the throne. It's a bit of a trick question. 30 seconds, Stacey. Take the table!
There we go.
Right. I just want to say beforehand, we're going to have a conversation after this bit because Davidson and Virgo's behaviour during this is not on.
Right, okay. All right.
Stacey, you've got it all to do, make your break. Could do with 3 going in here. Never mind. You've got 30 seconds to beat 6. 1.
Yes.
Well, you don't have to beat it, but if you beat it, you'll be certain to be in the next round. That's all.
Go on, Stacey. Don't wait for him to stop.
Come on. Come round here.
Come round here.
Come and have a look.
Brilliant.
Don't take your time. Quick, here.
Look,
hit this one now.
Hurry
You
up,
missed
quick,
it.
there, hit it. Oh,
Whoa.
careful.
3. Go on, quick.
Go
One
on,
more.
quick.
Put Willie under pressure. Quickly. 3.
Oh, 3 seconds, 2.
Stacey scores 3.
Oh, it was negging, that wasn't it? Was that negging or was it gaslight? I don't know which one it was, but it was one of the bad ones that we know now, isn't it?
There was gaslighting, negging, and some toxicity thrown in there as well. I think. Why did he run down the stairs? There's no reason for him to run down the stairs then, and sort of almost back. I don't know. That was naughty. That was very naughty.
Karen, you got 3 there.
They both look very, very embarrassed.
Who is the
pain they're
patron
surrounded
saint?
with.
I know. You'd think she was like that was that. I feel a pain there because that was what my dad was like if he ever walked in on me trying to build some IKEA furniture. That exact same thing. Go on, in there. Come on.
Of Ireland.
St. Patrick.
Correct. It's going to be St. Denis in future. Which two words that sound the same answer these clues? The male swine and dull people do this.
Could you repeat it, please?
Which two words that sound the same answer these clues?
Sorry, I won't come help him.
You could be in this. The male swine and dull people do this.
4.
Correct. Ladies and gentlemen, a big clap. Very trick question. At the Olympic Games, does the 3-day event actually last 2, 3, or 4 days?
4 days.
Correct. Mark, you've got 40 seconds for your partner. Willie, take the table.
Mark's a smooth operator,
You see that look he gave Willie though?
I'm just like, go on. I don't mind it. Go on.
Go on,
Go.
come on.
Yeah.
Well, you did very well for you
I'll
there,
beat
Will.
that
You
up.
got 40 seconds
Snook.
to beat 3. Make your break.
Willie Thorne, look at that.
The dome on him. You reckon he was the inspiration for the visual, the snooker balls with the... You reckon? I don't... Is that not fair to the bald?
No, I mean, it's just Willie Thorne, isn't it? I mean, I don't know.
He's dead, so it's fine. He's dead.
He looks like Lloyd when Vic Reeves did Lloyd Grossman, doesn't he?
Yes, yes, he looks exactly like when Rick Ray's exactly what I was thinking of. Thank you, and God bless you, Stephen.
Right, I've seen you play golf.
Thanks and God bless.
Still 1. 2, isn't it? 2.
Yes.
That's 2.
Nice spread of the balls there. Take your pick, Willie.
2.
Now you'll notice that Virgo and Davidson seem not to be running around
6
like
seconds,
chimps,
5.
throwing their feces at things during Willie Thorne's slow game.
Scores 2.
A 2.
It rolled off. The
You
table's not level.
silly Willie. Back you go. Willie Thorne scored 2. Oh, no. So Steve and Karen going through. We've got to say goodbye to Mark and Willie. Come down, Mark and Willie. Come on in. Down you go.
You reckon Willie threw it? Because Mark was giving it the big one.
Thank you, Mark. Well, Mark, how about that then? You've actually won nothing. It's very difficult, though, isn't it?
Oh, you can blame it onto me, though. That was bad.
We're going to. Yeah, we're going to blame it.
Wonderful.
Again, Davidson, little shiny.
Yeah, the needle. That's the thing with Davidson. It's like, you know, yeah, like I say, you can see. I can see the multitudes within
Same
him.
shot, and you win a prize. Take it away, John.
OK, Jim. Well, we've set up this shot where you've got to try and pop
Come
the
on,
black.
challenge.
As you see, the cue ball is there, and the
Black
ready's
screen.
in the way. So who better to do it quickly than Mr. Higgins, who will probably play it something like this.
Bit of a sniff reference there to Alex Higgins. Oh, okay, there we go. That parking, is that an alcohol-induced Parkinson's? Oh, that's all. That really is.
Not only have you got to pot it, right, and do it, you've got to do the impression as well, OK? Mark, we didn't tell you this, did we?
okay.
Let's have a look at what prize you can win if you do Virgo's trick shot.
Tonight's successful trick shot winner, Jim, will win this imaginatively designed on-air radio.
And it says on the air, it doesn't say on air.
We've got him ready with a funny old... Now, Mark, I don't want to put you off, but in case you don't do this and you lose that wonderful prize, here is your booby prize, OK? It's a record of Jess Conrad in his youth, singing. Okay, you don't want to disbelieve it. Even the hole in this is healed up. OK, John, take him over there. I think Jess is going home with you. Right, go on.
Davidson, right, okay. I'm a man prone to big picture thinking, okay, and extemporising, right? So Davidson, for me, I think represents the British psyche now in this show, because I just can't quit him, just like the British Isles. I see all the evil it does, but I just can't quit. That was one of the funniest things I've ever seen, pulling out a shitty old vinyl with no almost no explanation. Who the hell is Jess Conrad?
I have no idea, but Jim Davidson keeps it as a running joke through the entire series. He keeps harking back to Jess Conrad.
That's brilliant. That's genuinely, absolutely brilliant. It does not, and this is not, it does not in any way excuse anything that he's done before, during, or since this recording. I just want to be clear on that.
Mm-hmm. In fact, that will be under the video on the comments.
That's our strap line. Yeah, precisely.
Okay, Mark. Once I put the cue in your hand, obviously you're going to transform into Alex Higgins.
You be your impression of it. All right, Miss Jones. Go on, then. Go on, Alex. Alex Higgins, take the table. Go.
Need that guy.
Alex Higgins.
And he did deserve it. He did deserve it, you know.
You pull it off. Pull it off. Throw it on the deck. That's it. No, wrong end. Now you got to pot it because he.
Keep going through with
Keep
the cue.
going through.
What do you reckon of Mark's shirt?
Now you've won yourself an on-air radio and an
It looks like Mark. Looks like a shirt he would own. I think.
Don't forget you got your funny old big break cue and the little trophy we've got for you. Look nice on the mantelpiece, Mark.
I've had a great day.
Round of applause for Mark, ladies and gentlemen. Join us now for Pocket Money. Okay, it's time to play Pocket Money. Hit it, boys. Yes. They never let us down. Okay, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, join me down the front. We'll see who's going to kick off. Mr. Burger, would you like to flip a coin?
Tails.
It's a head.
Oh, you've lost, is that? So, you want to go first or last, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? We'll go, let the ladies go first.
Truly offensive impressions of the Welsh.
Off you go, then go and take your seats. Right then, I'll explain this little game to you. What you got to do, Stacey, put all them balls. The end.
Yeah, all right then.
In 1 minute, 30 seconds. But every time you miss one, okay, I'm going to ask you a question, Karen. You've got to get that question right before Stacey can carry on. Okay, so don't forget. Now, if you miss a red, okay, I'm going to ask you a red question, which is pot luck. If you miss, like, say, for instance, a green, you're going to get music. Anything up there you don't fancy?
Oh, the past, I think.
The past?
Yes.
Ooh, murky past.
Not history. Not history. The past.
Past.
Okay, now John will explain what you can win with this game.
Hard cash.
Okay, then? Tell us the rules, John.
Okay, Jim. Well, we've got 6 reds on the table. We've got 6 coloured balls. They're numbered, and that is their
Oh,
volume
yeah,
in
and they've
pounds.
written the number on the
But, for
bottom. Oh, my
example,
God,
if you
they're
support
so
the blue, which is
ASMR
valued
with
at
this
£50
show.
into the blue pocket, which is marked
Oh,
by the blue
yeah.
ball on your screens, then you would get £100. But remember, Stacey, if you miss a shot, you must wait for Jim to say, OK, play. OK, make your break.
Yes.
OK, Stacey, as soon as you strike the cue ball, the clock starts. Best of luck.
Ooh.
Miss Red.
In what card game could you see a royal flush?
Pontoon?
No, it's poker. Who was the first Archbishop of Canterbury?
Thomas More.
Thomas.
Nope, it was St. Augustine. Are crocodilies cold or warm-blooded?
Cold.
Correct, play!
Davidson with the assist there. Davidson with the layup.
Civilization did 220 or 240 pennies make a pound?
240.
Correct, play.
Oh, yes. Oh, so into it. Yes.
£80.
You're doing well for you there, Karen.
Stacey's getting in the groove now. Look at this
Stacey, just
focus.
hit it. It'll go in, I promise you.
Fuck off, Virgo.
Oh, £80. Miss Red.
Where in London are the crown jewels kept?
Tower of London.
Correct, play.
Lisbeth, rest in peas.
£10.
Yeah, that's very good. I saw that.
On the pink for 60. Miss
There's
Pink.
something strangely beautiful about this
Henry
relationship
River
between
heavyweight
Davidson and
or
Virgo.
super heavyweight?
Heavyweight.
Heavyweight, play.
They seem like they'd be quite tender lovers if they were, if they ever did. I don't know.
Good shot. £10.
Great shot. Got the nice pink there.
Another 60. Oh, Miss
Oh,
Pink.
no, and look, Miss Pink. OK, how many players are there in the ice hockey team?
Stacey Hilliard scores £100.
£100.
Stacey.
Oh, we pleased there, Karen?
Very pleased.
It's just a bit tricky. Let's see what the old funny old other mob over here can do. Let's go and see him. Hi, guys.
Let's go and see him. Let's go and see his mum for Sunday dinners. Softly whistling as he locks the car door, you know.
As we saw in the first round with Willie.
Let's go and see him, mate.
Please make your break.
Poor old Willie.
Poor old Willie.
Where is Willie?
He gets pushed about a bit.
He's so unlucky, Willie. He bought a suit last week with 2 pair of trousers and burned a hole in the jacket.
You just play the game, didn't you? How stop here?
Oh, that's not a
Or it's a very trick break.
Shit break. Saved too many jokes, you see.
It wasn't good. Next time you strike the cue ball, the clock starts. Misread.
Do Indian or African elephants have larger ears?
Indian.
It's African elephants. Hang on, Dennis. Yep. Who is on the back of a £20 note?
Florence Nightingale.
No, it's Shakespeare. There's another one. Do the letters HGV stand for heavy goods?
Things have changed.
Man or heavy goods vehicle? Silly question. Play.
Now it's Florence and the Machine.
£10.
It's Adele. It's just Adele, isn't it?
Going for a £70 black.
Hello.
Miss Black.
Oh dear. Does Arthur Daly call his wife she who must be obeyed or indoors?
Indoors.
Correct. Play, Dennis.
Got it to do here. Misread.
Very hard work, yeah. Which is the larger, the brown or the black rat?
The black.
The brown. Hang on, Dennis. What is the catgut usually made of?
The relish.
What's it made of?
the green relish with which
types of rats.
I don't know.
It's just rats.
It's sheep's intestines. Okay. Did William Hartnell or Patrick Thornton play the first Doctor Who?
William Hartnell.
Correct. Play, Dennis.
£10.
Play, Dennis.
This black would give you
Play,
£90,
Dennis.
still £10 behind, Dennis. And just 20 seconds to go.
I feel like Norm Macdonald in Billy Madison when he goes, "This is the greatest night of my life."
You've got to be left-handed now, Dennis, didn't you?
He's tried to fluke it, and I think he might have done. It's in!
Such ASMR with snooker, my God.
Dennis Taylor scores £120.
Well done, Dennis. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, well, it is Dennis and Steve are our winners, ladies and gentlemen, with £120. No, never mind. You've got £100. You've got a funny old snooker cue as well as a present, which you can use. Okay. A few lessons, perhaps. And the funny old thing that they give you, the doorstop. The big break trophy.
I'll treasure it.
So you enjoyed yourself?
I've had a lovely time.
Oh, smash it. Give Karen a big round of applause all the way from Will Stanley.
Well. So now we're entering the final third of the programme. Yes, the grand finale. Make or break.
You've
The
made
climax.
the big time, Steve. This is it.
Apotheosis.
Take your time. 140 with 3 darts.
Challenge.
Blocking out the screen.
Wrong guy.
And this is not a
Dennis,
Colin
break the
Kaepernick
old
thing.
pack
This
up,
is not BLM, you know.
This is more nerve-wracking.
It's not redacted content. Jimmy Sol did not walk past in the background.
Scene missing. Ball missing.
Oh, I missed that there. That was a
This
Jim
is
funny.
more nerve-wracking than the World Championships.
Is it really?
Yeah, can't believe it.
Got more chance of winning this.
Wow.
Oh, hitting too
Yes.
hard.
Okay then, Steve. Now listen, I'm going to ask you 5 questions. Each question you get right, Dennis can remove 1 red ball of his choice. If you get 5 right, he removes 5 balls. Then you've got more of a chance to win the wonderful prizes. Now listen, you've got to do it all in 1 minute 30 seconds. Now, don't sound a lot. Old Twinkle Toes here. You get the questions right, and he'll pop the balls. Right, Dennis?
Correct. Twinkle Toes Taylor.
Twinkle Toes Taylor. Okay then. Let's see what prizes you could win in Make or Break.
Any reds left on the
Oh,
table
here we
tonight,
go.
Jim, and our winner will carry off this top
Quite a
quality
gadget
leather
show, innit?
briefcase and ladies' handbag. Also, pop
handbag.
the yellow and they win the latest in cooking convenience, this microwave oven. Or for clearing the green, they can ride
Turkey
off
in
on
there.
this
You see
matching
that?
pair of
Turkey in the,
Disney
in the
pipes.
microwave.
A top-of-the-range fridge freezer is for downing the brown, while their choice of drink is critical if the blue is potted. Till
What was
clearing
that?
the green, they can ride off on this matching pair of his and
What
hers
were those
pipes.
chips?
A top-of-the-range fridge
They
freezer
said chippy
is for
chips,
downing
I
the
think.
brown, while their choice
Chippy
of
chips,
drink
okay.
is
Chippy
critical if
chips.
the blue
And
is
why does it have
spotted.
poison
To win
there?
this murder
Why is the
weekend.
poison there?
It's a murder mystery
Drive away on
weekend.
this fully
Oh,
insured
Christ
scooterette
alive.
and clear the table by potting the
really
black
really
to win
scared.
tonight's fantastic mystery star prize.
Okay, Steve? Yeah, no, you feel like... I don't know who's more nervous, me or
right as
you.
I'll ever be.
Okay, then. Okay, Dennis?
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, look at them, they went. Steve, it's down to you now to help your partner, okay?
Yep.
Time starts now. Russians call them cosmonauts, we call them what?
Astronauts.
Correct. What weighs more, a pound or a kilo?
A pound.
It's a kilo.
Pound.
The young of which animal are called joeys?
Kangaroos.
Correct. What does H stand for in HTV?
Harlech.
Correct. Last question. What scared little Miss Muffet?
A spider.
Correct. Stop the clock. Wait, come on. You got 4. Steve did very well there.
Good going.
And the tricky old questions, weren't
Yeah.
they? What do you think then? We'll walk round with you.
Well, I can see the first two, John, yeah?
Take that one.
Striding, the pointing,
these
it's
two,
just...
they're the two different things, so you can have that.
Okay.
So we've got to
That's
get rid
two
of another
gone.
two, the pinks there.
Okay. Just move the white slightly. There.
Do you get ASMR from
Okay,
snooker
Dennis,
at all?
I've got the rest.
Oh, I
You've
love
got
it, yeah.
1 minute and
Yeah.
10 seconds.
the whispered
Not the
commentary as well,
rules.
isn't it?
After
Yeah.
red,
The-
you must go for a colour.
The fact the camera
to
doesn't
clear the
move
table.
as well.
Best of luck.
Yeah, that's it. It's the stillness, the clicky clacky. Go.
And the time's
Yes.
ticking away now. You're right about the pink, Dennis.
Why is he running like a dick? You
It
just
will
don't
go
need
with
to
red.
run, do you? He's not moving any faster than he would walking. Yes.
Good. You got your first prize here. Funny old leather briefcase.
Funny old leather briefcase.
And the black's got to
It's
come
top
back.
of the
That's where we
range.
start.
Big shot, this one.
It's a hard shot. Wait for it. Dennis, don't worry. Come on, lie over the pocket.
Just 30 seconds to go, Dennis. You need a big shot here.
Dennis, lot of makeup on. Love it.
I always thought Dennis Taylor was like 50 years old, like my entire life.
That's a microwave.
Yeah,
I think he still is.
He's probably about 28 here, isn't he? Yeah.
All right, great shot.
I'm going to see how old he was actually at this point.
Brilliant. Go on, Dennis. 7 seconds, Dennis.
Go on,
7 minutes.
go on. Fucked it.
Effed up. He was 42.
Fucked it.
You won the funny old thing, Steve. They got the leather briefcase or handbag. You don't want a handbag. And you've won £120 to take back, Steve. Have you enjoyed yourself, mate?
Fantastic.
Good. You wouldn't have won the mystery prize anyway, boring old holiday or something, or a fridge or something. Dennis, smashing. It's a pleasure to see a pro like you work, man. It's a pleasure to work with you.
Thanks very
Give me the
much.
fiver later. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank Stacey and there's funny old Willie and Kevin and Mark in the big clap and John Burnley.
Look at that. Oh,
Special
effect.
Slide into place. Hosted by Davidson, Stacey Hillary,
Here we go.
Captain Sensible.
Hey.
Programme
Oh,
associate
is that who
Brian
that's
Blackburn.
by? Captain Sensible. Might have to have a look at that later.
Written by Matt Spank. Toby Freeman. Bob Warren Manson. Roxanne Scotland. Colo Colton. Humphrey Yeager. Humphrey Yeager. John Burrows. That's who I need to see. The producer Burrows. What's Burrows' angle? What's Burrows' grift in all this? That's what I want to know. Because there's no way the producer of Big Break in 1991 is anything other than Jim Davidson's best buddy, I think. There's probably some real collusion going on behind the scenes. Well, that was exhilarating.
Wasn't it? Wasn't it? I think that's a good first bit of video content that we've laid off for the for the boys and girls there.
Yeah, for all of our friends out there and our enemies, because we do put stuff out for them as well. The bastards that they are.
We do. We should probably say at this point that we also do a film podcast that you can find on Acast or any of the good pod platforms, Spotify,
whatever.
Called Make a Move and the Bunny Gets It.
Same name as this, I guess. We'll put that name in there somewhere, right? So they see it, do we?
Yeah. That.
And just kind of like after the fact to give a little bit of a thing. I mean, like you said, Bullseye, which was a darts game show on ITV, that was pulling in like 12 million viewers in 1987, 1988. I mean, people didn't have anything else to do really, but and so Big Break, as you say, is aping the Bullseye ting, and yeah, you see, there's a lot to unpack there, isn't there? There's some real toxic bastardry going on, really horrible stuff towards women and the Welsh.
It really was, yeah.
But also, a very vibrant, chaotic, funny, aggressive. Like I say, when Davidson seems to forget his whatever, he kind of clicks into gear, doesn't he? And I think Virgo's quite a good foil for Davidson because Virgo's just like a kind of a bit of a schmuck, not a schmuck, but yeah, he's the straight man, so to speak.
Yeah, no, definitely, and like you say, it's more of a time capsule piece, really. It's we don't long for these days, but we were around in them. And like you say, instinctively, Davidson was a very good host back in the day. It was just a shame about all the impressions and the insistent on kissing. There's a lot. I've watched all the first series of this on YouTube since, and there's a lot of kissing. He does way too much kissing, far too handsy.
You know who else does loads too much kissing? Chris Tarrant on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. If you ever see any of those old ones, he's all over women on that show. It's disgusting. He's fucking hanging off them. It's horrible. And again, Davidson is representative of society and culture as a whole at this time. So not to lessen it by relativizing, but we put context. And you know what? When you read Gulliver's Travels, there's fucking footnotes every paragraph because they're talking about shit that makes no sense in a way that what I mean. And Big Breaks, likewise, Alex Higgins impressions for 5 minutes. So this stuff is all we are the footnoters of this this type of thing.
Yeah.
And I've had a lovely, I've just had a lovely time. Steve. It's been a very nice way to spend some time with Ye.
It has, hasn't it? It is. It's We'll think on about what our next video content's going to be. I think at this point, YouTubers say please like and subscribe to our channel, and like I say, we've got a podcast out as well. So if you could give that a listen as well and like that on Spotify.
Don't piss about.
Let's make a move and everybody gets it.
Yeah,
and I'll put the link at the bottom of the video.
Yeah, sound off in the comments, but you can if you want. So and then I guess all that's left to say is bye and that.
Yeah, thank you for watching.
Bye everyone, and enjoy your life.
Yeah. All right.